Hello. I am the proud father of the bride, FOB as I'm known. I wanted to thank all of you for sharing this special day with us. And I want to welcome you for an evening of fun, food, and dancing as my little girl becomes Mrs. Christopher Papa. What can I say about Elizabeth? As a child, she was always extraordinarily beautiful, and she grew into a beautiful woman. But over the years, when people would comment about her physical appearance, I would always say she's as beautiful inside as she is outside. She was always sweet and kind and loving and thoughtful. What's that, Chris? You haven't seen that side of her yet?
Even though I'm the younger sister, I was very protective of my big sister. No, I'm gonna be funny, I'm not crying, okay. No, I was very protective of my big sister. You know, it didn't take me long to realize that no one was gonna be good enough for my big sister. Sorry, Chris.
Now, I've known Mr. Papa for 5 years, and I've learned a few things about him. I know he's very strong and very confident and very fair, and he treats my daughter with respect and love and kindness. I also know that despite constant prodding, he will never work out in the yard with me, raking or mulching or trimming. I've tried many times, he just laughs and walks away.
So I've known Chris for a while, and I've known Liz for a little bit less time. But one common thread amongst them that I've noticed is that they both share this incredible characteristic of selflessness. Chris has never made a decision that benefits himself as long as I've known him. It's always been about everybody else. And Liz is the exact same way. And to build a relationship and now a marriage on the foundation of selflessness is absolutely magical, because it is so hard to find two people that value that so heavily like these two do. Whether that's in their occupations, by molding the minds of America's youth, or, you know, the civil service that Christopher provides at the Department of Defense, you two can really change the world and do something amazing together. And I'm very, very excited to see it unfold.
We stayed together last night, and when the alarm went off, I looked at her and I thought, oh my God, she's going to become a married woman today. And I decided to keep that just to myself and not get her all riled up. And just everything went like clockwork. Hair and makeup and getting her dressed. No hiccups. Everything was calm. She was happy. She was content. She wasn't nervous, a little anxious, of course, but not nervous. And she was happy, and the happiness was quite evident in the way she handled herself, her joy, and as a mother, that you can't ask for anything more.
Dear Christopher, I've dreamt about this day ever since I was a little girl. Now it's finally happening thanks to you. I'm marrying the man of my dreams. Thank you for always loving me, especially at my worst. We've been through so much of these 6 years, and I am so lucky and happy. Wherever we go and whatever we do, I don't care as long as I have you by my side.
Christopher as a kid was exactly what you want in a little brother. He was inquisitive, he was generous. For him, what was most important was family, tradition, being together, whether that was eating pizza on a Tuesday night or going on vacation to Disney World. For him, it was all about the ability for us to do everything together as a collective.
We went dress shopping. We went quite a few places. But when she tried this dress on, she knew that this was the dress to beat. And we went to New York, to Kleinfeld's, like every crazy new bride has to go. And nothing. She just kept saying, I just think that I found my dress. So we went back to the salon. She tried it on for the 4th time, I think. And she knew that this was her dress.
I'm sure that when Christopher first met Elizabeth, and I always call her Elizabeth because that's the way I sort of remember her when I first saw her. And I said, here's this beautiful name with a beautiful girl. So I know that the initial attraction was just her immediate beauty. I don't think I've ever seen a more beautiful bride. She has an amazing sense of humor, that's very compassionate. And I said at the rehearsal dinner, I made the comment that when I first met Elizabeth and she was walking across the parking lot, that you could feel her hug from 50 feet away. It's just that kind of person she was, and I'm sure that Christopher felt that as well.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Just perfect.
Liz was beautiful from the start. She was funny and a little crazy, a bit precocious as a little one. She danced to her own drummer, and just a lot of fun, a delight to have as a daughter.
Like it? Yes. Good.
You're holding up well, huh?
Leading into this week, the weather forecast for today was supposed to be pretty bad, but starting the day out here at the Hotel Pont, and watching the bright sunlight pour through the groomsmen's suite while we were all kind of joking around and helping everyone relax, you could just tell that today was going to turn out to be the exact opposite of what the weather forecast was, and it was true. It turned out to be absolutely gorgeous. Bright, sunny, warm. Exactly the the personality and the vibe of the wedding itself, and of Chris and Liz.
I pretty much knew from the start that this was going to be the one that she was going to marry. It was, of course, I never voiced that opinion. I felt she needs to figure this out on her own.
Liz, as we embark on our journey in life together, let us remember why we love one another. Our sense of humor and our easygoing attitude makes us who we are, and we should embrace that all our days. As you chase your dreams to stars, look over your shoulder, and I will always be right behind you. I love you with all my heart.
Elizabeth, congratulations. I told many at the wedding party this evening that I should have been the first one married as the oldest, because there may not be any funds left over for myself or Amy's wedding. But all jokes aside, you are incredibly beautiful, you are smart, you're loving, you're caring, you're a phenomenal teacher. I couldn't respect you more, and I'm so glad that you found your partner in crime, Mr. Christopher Papa. Welcome to the family, sir.
The church was a stunning setting for a wedding, and both parties, the groom's party and the bridal party, were very large. Double-digit participants on either side, and that makes for a very fun and dynamic interaction. You've got tons of personalities, tons of energy that's driving it forward, and you could just tell that from 8 a.m. this morning until it finishes in the wee hours of Sunday morning. It's been a party the whole time.
Chris is very stable. He's kind. He's very chill, low key. He grounds her, and they make a very nice couple because they balance each other out.
It has not stopped. It has been nonstop energy, and everyone has just had laughs and tears of joy and high fives and hugs, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. And you could tell, the second that the bridal party started to enter the church, with Liz being the final component of that, you could just tell that when they made eye contact with each other and they saw each other from one end of the aisle to the other, you could just tell that they felt that this was the start of the next chapter in their life. And I would even go as far to say it's the start of a new story. This is their life together now, and this is the new story that will be told. And you could sense that connection between the two of them, and how they were ready to take on the world.
It was a moment. It went fast, and then all of a sudden she was coming in the doors, and very quickly it became real. And I thought, wow, I am literally and figuratively watching my daughter get married.
So it is a beautiful day, luckily outside and inside too, that we come together to witness this beautiful joining of two becoming one, so that they can live out their vocation together, become something extraordinary together, and to witness God's love in the world for us and for everyone they encounter. I, Christopher, take you, Elizabeth,
I, Christopher, take you, Elizabeth,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I promise to be faithful to you
I promise to be faithful to you
in good times and in
in
bad,
good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love you and to honor you
to love you and to honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
I, Elizabeth, take you, Christopher,
I, Elizabeth, take you, Christopher,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise to be faithful to you
I promise to be faithful to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love you and to honor you
to love you and to honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
One thing that really impressed me with the ceremony was sort of how traditional it was. This was a beautiful church with all the stained glass, and they went over and paid homage to Virgin Mary and left the bouquet there. And it's sort of, if you peel back that layer, it's like something they wanted to do because they wanted everything about their marriage and moving forward with that to be very traditional and with family and houses and stuff like that. And I think that's a good way to look at your wedding as you begin it, with that kind of a basis.
It was a really magical moment, and the room lit up as well. And I think that you can't verbally describe what that is, but what you're seeing on the screen is the closest you'll get to seeing magic in its physical form.
So when all is said and done, I think the old adage that I'm not losing a daughter, I'm gaining a papa. So please raise your glass with me and toast to my daughter and my son, and wish them an eternity of happiness and love and respect and babies. Happily ever, Papa.
My dreams for them to continue happiness and move on in their lives and in their careers, and just to live their lives together in peace. And of course, I wish them good health and everlasting love.
In a few weeks from now, after the dust is settled from this wedding, and you guys are writing your thank you notes and looking back on your pictures, and you're going to be looking at each other and saying, I am so thankful that all of these people came to join us and celebrate this day with us. But it is everyone in this room who should be thanking you for not only allowing us to share this day with you, but to share our lives with your lives. and I am extremely grateful to be able to call you both family. So God bless you both. God bless the United States of America, and let's toast to Christopher and Liz.
Not only are you married to Chris, you are also married to me. And so whatever Chris and Liz are doing, I'm usually right behind them as the tail. And I can say that from the years of being behind them and seeing them, it's truly what I aspire to be when I try to find a girlfriend, is to find someone as nice and kind as Liz and someone who's as tolerating as Chris.
I've looked up to you my whole life, Liz, and now I not only look up to you, but your beautiful relationship with Chris. You make each other laugh, you love and respect one another, and I guess we can finally say that I found someone good enough for my big sister. Welcome to the family, Chris, and cheers to the beautiful, happy couple.
Well, my advice to you both would be to listen to one of the smallest words in the English language, but one of the most powerful, which is the word go. And I would think about that as you approach life. And I would challenge you both to, go be the best spouse that you can be to each other. Go explore the world. Go take on new challenges together. Go be anything you want to be.
It is my honor to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Christopher Papa.
But remember that that other person is there for you and will support you. And with that, nothing is impossible. So don't be afraid to just go. You guys are amazing. You guys are going to do amazing things in this world. I'm so happy to be a part of it, and I'm so excited to see it unfold over the coming decades.
As you come down, I'm sorry. His handwriting sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Edit that out.
I'm not very natural. Okay,
Oh, and he's also very, very popular. 11 groomsmen, really, Chris? He single-handedly caused the tuxedo shortage in the greater Philadelphia area.
Chris is a lot smarter than he looks, people. I think it was the extra year of drinking. Oh, excuse me. I mean college that he had. But he's pretty smart.